It's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. It's stream time. Hi, folks, and welcome back to Conan Exiles. So, yes, we're in Conan Exiles. We did a little poll over the weekend to see whether you wanted to go Conan Exiles or wanted to see a little bit of Ragnarok, and it was very, very close. I think in the end, Conan won by 54% to 46%. So here we are. We're back in Conan. No problem. Right, let's have a look and see who we have with us. First of all, of course, in his rightful place is Robert Mannix. Good evening, Robert. How are you? Good to see you. Nusher is second. Good evening to you. And Ian Og is third. Good evening, all. My surname's Og. To pronounce it right, it rhymes with rogue. However, I'm not one to moan. I'll just tell jokes to make you groan. Oh, look at that. A poetry from Ian there to start off the evening. Welcome along, Ian, anyway. Bandy B, good to see you. How are you? Campfire Clowns, good evening, Mac. How are you? Good evening, everyone. Looks like Ragnarok lost the vote. Huh? It was close. It was close. Poet to the Stars. Good evening. Ian Og is my new favourite person. Okay. Kathy Ann, good to see you. How are you? Enog says, it just dawned on me, if Anger reads that out aloud, it'll be a disaster. He's always mispronouncing my name. I apologise. I apologise. Zarmal, good evening. Yako Rob 1, good evening to you. She owns a Nissan Rogue. Oh, okay. Must be an American variant of a Nissan that we don't know about over here. Six Badges, bonsoir, good evening, mon ami. Bandy B, good to see you. Oh no, we've spoken to Bandy B already. Hello. Hello anyway. Shade, good to see you. How are you? Ian says, so what was last week's stream like? I missed it due to falling off a seat at a bus stop and ended up in Kingston Hospital. Oh my god. I hope you're okay. Was that alcohol related at all? Maybe? Rex Havoc, good evening. How are you? Let me see. Who else do we have? Lots of people saying hello to lots of other people. Bulwark, good evening. How are you, my friend? Good to see you here. Campfire Clowns is saying he's trying to get Arc to work. A bit frustrated, but I think it will work for me on the lowest settings. How about yourself? You good? So I've spoken on many occasions about how bad Arc Ascendant evolved. No, Arc Survival Ascended has been. But last week, just a couple of days ago, they released the Ragnarok expansion, which is the first time I've tried to play it since the Unreal Engine 5.5 update came out. And I have to say, it is running brilliantly. It was running super smooth. I think by default I had it on medium settings and it was coping with that no problem at all. I ended up increasing it to ultra settings and it's still running well above 60 frames per second and haven't had a single crash for the whole time I've been playing it so far. There was the odd instance where it would kind of freeze for a few seconds, and I thought, oh, here we go, but no, it would kick back in. So massively better performance than any. Although I've only really played the island and the center on ASA, but I'm super impressed with it. Which is why I thought, right, we could maybe do a stream with it. I could maybe trust it to do a stream, but no. It sounds like it's running really well and much better performance. So hopefully that the island is the same. I don't know. I'll have to go back and check that. Let me see. Yaka Rob Ones is extremely hot here. Wind temp was 106 Fahrenheit yesterday. Lots of weather warnings out. It's been pretty darn warm here in the UK too. Kathy Ann is sat at home enjoying a salted caramel ice cream. Yum. Ivan Fist, good to see you. Good evening. Yakaro 1 eating dip. Oh, I just jumped. I hate it when it does that jump thing. Where was it? There we are. There we are. So Jagerob is eating chili cheese dip with tortilla chips. Fine. 1-2 Nichols, good to see you. How are you? Good afternoon to you. Tressy Colio, maybe? Tressy Colo? Good to see you anyway. Hello, good to see you. Monkey Balls, good to see you. Hobo, good to see you. Thanks for coming to the stream yesterday. Can't watch as I'm out doing deliveries, but I am listening. Okay, no problem, Hobo. You're out working tonight. Comrade Aries, hail the Da Vinci Resolve mentor. So that video helped you out then, I'm guessing. Zeros, good to see you. Grishnak, good evening. Confused Barbarian, hello there, how are you? Good to see you. I noticed there's a couple of videos being posted from the Confused Barbarian, so I'll have to go and watch them. By the looks of it, they're all Nomad Challenge videos, I believe. Is it 2 videos I saw being posted? I'll have to check that. John Van Antwerp, good to see you. How are you? The stars have finally aligned for me to make the live stream. Great to see you, John. Glad that you're here. John Lehman is also here. Good to see you. Ian's saying, believe it or not, he was sober when he fell off that seat. Do we believe him? Do we believe him? I'm not sure. Hope you're okay anyway, Ian. Bukimesh oh my god, Bukimesh Abdelak. That's probably totally butchered, but welcome along anyway. Let's see. Audio Gaming, good to see you, my duck. How are you? Is that everybody? Bulwark's asking, have you considered streaming June? I have. Yes, I suppose we could, the server, the private server, seems to be a lot more stable these days, so we could maybe do that. I'm not too keen on streaming my YouTube channel because I really don't like when you've got like the 30-40 minute episodes and then somebody throws a stream in there that's 2 hours that a lot of people can't have the time to watch. But we could do some streaming on the June private server playthrough. 1-2 Tickle says the heat is going to get a lot worse, so stay cool. Yeah, stay safe, everybody. Beck the Tinkerbot, good to see you. Namarison, good to see you. How are you? I noticed the Conan community isn't accepting a new game. It was pretty close. It was pretty close. 54% to 46%. That's probably one of the closer ones. It's definitely one of the closer ones. But it's all good. It's all good. We're okay to do this. Matthew Kane took a vacation to catch your first live. Wow. Well, welcome along. Right. Let me get out of my seat and have a look. So last week we rushed on to do the Jhebbal Sag event because of that beam in the sky over there, which obviously is still going, and we got the Hunter of Jhebbal Sag and we got the Gura the Hunter sort of end boss. We decided that this one was really tanky but did hardly any damage. This one is a bit of both. This one is really good and possibly a challenge to Brownie here at level 20. For the new people who haven't seen the stream before, this stream we're sticking with beasts and pets. We're not really using human thralls in it at the moment. The plan was to see how far we could get with our pets, and so far, like, Brownie has done the volcano and has done the Warmaker Sanctuary, so has done the Arena Champion, so doing pretty well. So today I want to get this guy leveled up a bit more. We also were running a bit low on, let me just have a look, we're running a bit low on keys. Yeah, we're down to 5 skeleton keys, so I want to go and collect some of them, and we can do that by leveling up our hunter. Game Labs, good evening, good to see you. How to says roll on bloody autumn. Struggling with the heat. Let me see. Andy B says June stream build a guild base. Maybe. Everybody else on the server is way ahead of me. With other things that I'm doing, I'm not having a lot of time to play on the public server, so everybody else is way ahead of me, so they've probably got all that set up already. Somebody off. Phenom, good to see you. Happy Sunday to you. Grisnack says, supposed to be limited building on June, but I've seen some huge builds. I guess people are more than happy to spend Solaris to expand. Yeah, so you get a certain land claim when you put your sub-fief down, but once you put your advanced sub-fief down, that's much bigger land claim than the basic one. But you can then buy expansions, like vertical and horizontal expansions to it, so it is possible to build a big base, but obviously you're going to have to pay for it. Right, okay. What we need to do, I guess, is we need to find out what buff food we need for our hunter here. So there we go. Right now he's level 7. He's got just under 5,000 HP, but I have 20 points in authority, and I've got the well-trained perk, so your active follower will increase by plus 20 to all attributes. So when I make him follow me, he jumps up to 12,206 with 896 armor, and what have we got? 27 points in strength now, but he's got a good strength growth chance and a good vitality growth chance as well. So what? That's exquisite meat we need for the buff. We probably don't. Strength is abysmal flesh. We probably don't have an awful lot of that. Feral flesh for HP, which he probably doesn't need HP, to be fair. Okay, let's get him buffed up. It says our habit of only playing one game at a time. That's fair. That's fair. I do find that after playing oh look, a couple of set priests have come to the bar. Set high priest and a normal set priest. What are you? Stygian fighter 2. Probably need to put more chairs in. There's not enough chairs for everybody to sit in. Right, what was I thinking? Oh, I was getting you buff food, that's what I was doing. How much have I got? Ooh, not a lot. 74. Oh, we do have exquisite meat though, so we need one of them. And we need one salted pork. And we need a grey lotus and a Tears of Galat for me. Right, you have your grey lotus, have your exquisite meat, and have your salted pork. Use that. You've eaten that already. Use that. And you'll have that for food. We might have to get you some other food later on because you'll probably burn through that quite quickly. Right, so let me see. I suppose we take on world bosses first to get some keys. Yeah, like I was saying, after playing June for a while, standing out in the open sun like this isn't a thing. So I do tend to find myself hiding in shadows in Conan as well, trying to keep out of the sun, and then go, oh, you don't have to do that in this game. Were hyena is better than the were bear. It is. So the were bear does have a lot of HP, but it does really little damage, whereas this dude has HP, hasn't got the best armor, but it's got pretty decent armor, and it does more damage as well. Heidi says Me too. I have been on Space Marines 2 and Black Flag this weekend. Okay. Beck says I was playing Conan a little, but Ragnarok came to Arc Ascendant, so I've been playing that. So I've been playing that too. I've basically been playing June, making a video on June, and playing Art. Oh, look at my daggers! They're really badly. Oh, that was far enough away from there. Aldani 902, good to see you. Right, the daggers. Get out of the way. Out. He's not doing a lot of damage on this dude because he's got a lot of armor. But you can do the tanking and I'll do the damage. Confused Barbarian says, using the shadows will prep you for the Legend of Shem. Very important. Oh, so does that work in the Legends of Shem, does it? Goosenet says, you did make me chuckle always getting on your bike instead of going in the inventory. Having done the same plenty of times. Oh, right, okay. Lost my stacks of bleed. Come on. Oh, falling off the cliff again. Stamina. He's going to push him off the cliff, is he? Oh. Come on. Can we move him over here a bit, please? He is stuck. There he goes. There he goes. Right, let's do this. Let's get him down. Stop rolling out when you save your stamina by just walking out. Oh, 20 stacks of bleed. I think we'll go back and we'll get ourselves a new set of daggers. These have probably still got enough life on them, but we'll go back and see what we've got. And he's down. Right. Let's take that, and then we'll chop him up and get the skeleton key. Okay. Also, we didn't take a horse with us either. Let me see. Getting on your bike instead of going into it. So that's I do that with the horse as well. I quite often will go and instead of going into the inventory, end up getting on the horse. So that's a common thing for me. Riznak. TDG 190879. Wow, that's a name. You eat cooked dogfish, you get an extra 12% follower damage too. That is correct, and we learned the recipe for that not that long ago. But I haven't made any advanced fish traps. Now we're saying, yeah, Canopus June Star burns more than intense than the sun. I see. Is that the name of the sun in June, is it? You've eaten quite a lot of that. Right, let me put my key in there. Oh, I didn't take my Tears of Galah. Dismantling bench. Let's dismantle that. Right, what do we have in the way of daggers? Nothing in that chest. The Grim. Oh, we've got 2 sets of Heart's Blood. So let's use them. Let's put a kit of some sort on them. 44 damage, 19 armor pen. Shank does 18 and 51. Yeah, so let's just put a damage kit on them. Is there not... Master Reinforcement. Master Weapon Kit. That's both, isn't it? That does damage and armor pen. I need 8 bars for that. Craft. Let me see. Nai Ronan, hey brother, love your work. Just started a new run recently and I wonder where those 2 new friends location are in the main map. Just started a new run recently and I wonder where those 2 new friend locations are in the main map. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Right, what's that on now? 49 and 31. Okay. Am I seeing correctly the were hyena has 12k health? It sure does. Almost 13 now, but that's only when it's if I stop and follow me. So he did have 5,000, so he goes up massively. Before we took on that beast, he was level 7 and had 4,900 and something. He's now gone up to 5,719, and with the 20 points, because he's getting such huge increases, with the 20 points that I'm about to give him by making him follow me, up at almost 13,000 HP. And still at just under 900 armor. Super cool. Bulwark saying looked promising in the first videos until the alpha or beta. Oh, what game is that we're talking about? That Sea of Thieves that we're talking about. Steve Noman, you caught a live stream. You sure did. Welcome, Steve. Great to have you along. Eldani says, pretty sure I'm upgrading to a PS5 this year so I can start playing Conan again. I've gotten too much in single player to start over. Okay, so that's the thing. If you're playing on one format, moving over from like a PlayStation to a PC, you can't take any of your stuff with you. Let me see. Do I have... No, I need to get rid of those. Oh, I've locked on to him for some reason. Let me go in here and drop off that. And go in here and drop off that. And chuck that in the bin. Chuck that in the bin. And use that. And we'll chuck them in there. Okay, right. Let's go and get another key and continue. Guess the rhino is the next one to get through here. Outdo says, in my opinion, they could have taken Black Flag, get rid of Aramis Cobblers, and extended map east coast of US. Some sort of economy like an Elite Dangerous. Yeah. I don't know what game you're talking about. Right. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello. Boom. Of touch leadership and devs. Nice to see all new people. Yeah, it's great to see lots of new people coming into the stream. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. There's so many people in chat that have so much knowledge in this game that even if I don't even notice the question, they'll be able to help you out. Oh, it probably mean the event followers. Ah, okay. If it's the event followers, so Luffy and Freya. So Freya is started up here, up in the north, up on this cliffside is Freya's hovel. So that Freya's hovel has always been in the game. But Freya, who is there, instead of capturing her, is now a companion that you do quests to get them as a companion as opposed to a follower. The second one is Luffy, and Luffy the sorcerer is started here. So over by the Palace of the Witch Queen. What's this place called? The Forgotten City of Zelha. On the inner part of this section, on the south bank here, that's where you'll find Luffy and get to start his quests. If that's what you meant, that's where they are. Uh, 350 health vitality. Is this a bug? 350 health vitality. Is that, you mean the increase in levels for this dude? I don't think it's a bug, because if it is, it's been in the game for some time now. I remember when it first came out and I first got one of these guys. I literally... Can you get off the horse, please? Thank you. I literally got them and placed them down and went, wow, they've got quite a lot of HP at level 0, but did no leveling on them whatsoever. And as soon as you start leveling them up, it's like, wow, quite impressive. Right, Rhino boss, let's take this one on. Another high armor boss. I should have really caught up with chat before we started fighting the boss, but we'll catch up with chat once we've got this guy down. Right. Again, let's just get the bleed stacking on him. Ooh, it's got double bleed stacking on him. Interesting. I have never used these daggers before. Is that what these daggers do? We've got a single bleed and we've got 2 stacks of 20 bleed on there. Very interesting. I thought the second thing was just like against undead. Right, this guy's gone down super quick. And he's down. Right. I need a drink. And I need to eat. Right, what have we got on you? We've got hardened steel punching daggers, gold bars, steel reinforcements, and we chop them. Ancient rhino horn. Come on, give me a key. Give me a key. You didn't give me a key. What? Ancient Rhino Horn, that's one of the things you'll need for the Luffy quest. Chuck that away, chuck that away, chuck that away, keep that. Oh, that was disappointing. Let Croc just eat that bunny. Right, where's Robert? There's Robert. That was disappointing. Right, let me see, let me catch up. Trip FDW has arrived. Good to see you. How are you? Yakka Rob 1 says, Labs, try the Ranger armor with the spider climbing boots. I have 246 stamina with only 15 points in grit. That for a corrupted build. Trip says, Kathy Robert, feeling better after fixing my AC. Oh dear. It was broken. Ian saying, incidentally, found an even better start to Sipta. Ooh, so does that mean we're getting a new video, Ian, for a better start to Sipta? I mean, the flame in the east combined with that starting location is a pretty damn good start anyway. Even so, if you try to get Freya in the admin panel, she comes out as a Helga. Yeah, any Freyas that you used to have tamed, they've now changed her to look differently and are now named Helga. To keep them different from the actual companion that is Freya, because companions work differently altogether, especially with their perks. Let's see, Conan Exiles says 20 extra vitality gives 7k additional health, so 350 health vitality. Strong thralls get around 50 if I remember correctly. Well, it depends on their bonus. They'll get a different bonus. Different characters have a different bonus in points that they level up. So clearly our Were Hyena levels up a lot in health. And then if you get 20 of those bonuses, that gives you even more. Which is why they've got ridiculous amount of HP at the moment. Right, we'll go and do a croc boss over here. Hopefully they'll give us a key. Oh, run out of stamina. Hello, Scorpion. Ferret of Death. Hi, Angar. Well, hello, Ferret of Death. That's an amazing name. Great to see you. Games Labs says... So, well, wait a minute. Single bleed is probably from Hyena. It probably is. Audu says, I want AC, but have to do an industrial size fan and a bowl of ice. Yeah, that's the problem of living in the UK, that it's very rarely is it hot enough that we require AC. So, where is he? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Come on. So it's not really worth it to get AC installed for those couple of days that we need it. But when we need it, oh my god, it's so good. Let me see. Right. Single blade probably from Hyena. Yeah, the Confused Barbarian says Heart's Blood, great daggers. I keep hearing, everybody tells me the Heart's Blood are like the best daggers in the game, and I've just never used them for some reason. Comrade Aries says also the double bleed is the normal and gouging, which works against undead too. Heart's Blood is my favourite. Yeah, I just didn't realise that. I thought you get one or the other, because obviously undead, you can't bleed undead, so I thought gouging would just be bleeding on undead, but it appears it's double. Trips in nearly 32 degrees in my office. Needed the AC, I would say so. Game Love says Heart's Blood are amazing. Yes, do a bleed to undead too. Bleed is better. So bleed stacks to 20, whereas poison only stacks to 10. So yeah, definitely better. And having double bleeds of 20 stacks, that's why that boy went down. The rhino went down super fast. Ferret of Death says, I've been watching your videos for a while. I'm really happy to finally catch a stream. We're really happy to have you here, Ferret of Death. Welcome. Oh, there is another Were Hyena. Were Hyena. Get that Were Hyena. Thank you. There you go. He's down. Right, let's take his gnarled fangs. Right, sun's coming up a bit. Ian says, hopefully it's just an extension of the start in the southeast. Excellent. Well, we need to hear about it. Confused Barbarian says, glad you got the AC fixed trip. I didn't have AC until I was 12. The 7 days were hot. Joe Rogers says, plus horses need proper full-blown insulation for AC. Houses need proper full-blown insulation for AC. Game us it's sort of like so many points per points in vitality, like why some bearers get high HP like Cathobria Featherstep. Yeah, I mean, different people get different amount of bonuses per item, which is what this is down here. So you could take the vitality bonus and divide it by how many points to see how many points per level. And then every level they get a point. That'll increase massively. So up to 13,600 now. We're not even level 10 yet. Once we start getting perks coming in. Right. Big crocagator. Let's get him. Oh, tail up. Get out of it. At some point before Age of Heroes, 10 stacks of poison was better than 20 stacks of bleed. Okay. They're both really good because both go straight through armor. Armor does not negate bleed or poison. Yeah, you get double stacks on everything. This is great. Why have I not used these before? I blame you, chat. I'm not telling you how great they were. I'm sure you should have told me how great they were. And the tail's up again. And run. Down he goes. There we go. Right, what's he got? Hardened steel weapons, we'll break that down. I think we're okay for glass flasks. Oh, lance cores. Cool. Give me a key. Feral flesh. Skeleton key, there we go. How are you getting on with your food? You've still got 40 left, okay? Don't need that. Right, we're up here. I guess we can go and do the spider, the corrupted spider boss. Let's do that. That's why feroxic daggers were the best. Bleed and poison. Yes, indeed. Or the feroxic daggers is on Sipta, but you can get what are they called? What are the daggers called from the Library of Esoteric? Library of Esoteric Knowledge that you make with the sand beast glands. Because they do the same thing. They do bleed and poison. Hobo says, Anger, did you notice on stream that after I gave Norris Hanuman's Gada, he did? I did see that, yeah. 1,400 damage he did on a mob. And that's just Nuris is one of the, what do you call them, New River named followers. Go away, spider. Go away, spider. Right. Let's head in here. Scuttler's shortcut. We've not been in here before. Interesting. Ooh, I haven't got much in the way of healing with me. Not prepared at all. Right, come on team. Let's go. Venom infused daggers, that's the ones. Oh, we stood in the spider's web. What are you? Still level 9. Sipta weapons are broken. When our lance core's coming to June. I can ask the devs. Sure, we can get them into some of those loot crates. See, it's a bit annoying when you become a stack of an old wormy boy. Go Joe says, have they bought Voodoo Necromancy back at all? Used to love playing as a crazy wizard in AOC. No, not really. So the Witch Doctor feat that they took out of the game during Age of Sorcery has not come back in again. There are some things in the Battle Pass. Let me see what's in the Bazaar at the moment. Nothing at the moment. That's a good thing to have. I wonder how much that is on its own. Wouldn't be bothered about any of the rest of those. But sometimes you can get like... Oh, he's up. Come on. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Get out of the way. Come on, follower. He's up fighting. There he is. There he is. He teleported upwards. How much is your health? Is the health down to 85%? Okay. Where were we? Yeah, so there are things you can get from the Tsar that allows you to have like undead skins and stuff like that, but there is no actual proper necromancy or anything in the game at all. Oh well, one of the spells in Age of Sorcery allows you to resurrect corpses into zombies, which you can then have as your follower. You can have, by default, you can have 3 zombies as your followers. I guess that's necromancy. That's all I can think of at the moment. Right, this is the dude that teaches you Zath religion, but we already know it, so... Oh, he doesn't have an option to talk to him anymore. Forever it's been broken. He wouldn't actually talk to you, but they've actually removed the talking now. Right. Here is the corrupted Spooder. We'll take him on. Just have to watch his clouds of corruption that he does. Let's get the stacks up. These daggers are amazing. So there's the Were Hyena is doing 405 damage. There's the corruption. Oh, I let my stacks drop off. 29% is down to now. Come on. Where it doesn't seem to do combos that makes his damage go up higher. Right, we'll take that. I'll take that. And then we'll chop him up. Get a key. Let me get a drink. Game lad saying, Anger, I've been saying how good those daggers are for ages in my streams. It must have always been curry time. I did hear you, but I mean, there are lots of things that are good, and I've just never actually tried them. That's the one that you need the crystal for, which needs parkour. So did we get a key? We did get a key. We can open that, and we've got Jedias's Great Saber, the Star Wars two-hander. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, the lesser spotted Lance Corps, indeed. Indeed. I suspect the Lance Cores will be... Yeah, that's it. The Lance Cores will be a deep desert item in June, because that's end game. End game tier 6 materials. We're jousting worms. Jousting Shahalood on a sand bike, yeah. And Joe Rogers says, yay, zombies. Hail the Spider King. Lance Cores sounds like an executive for an American brewer company. I've went the wrong way. Up this way. Lord Carnival, good to see you. Welcome along. PG Ben says, since they don't have riding, I would happily engage in jousting with Shai Halud. They don't have riding yet. Maybe one day. Right. Oop. Back outside again. Right, so that puts us back down to 1. Not really bringing up. So what have we got? We've got a croc boss here, and I think there's a croc boss along there as well. So I saw Moira put a thing in Discord that be careful in Conan Exiles. You can't launch yourself off a cliff and use your suspensor belt to break your fall. Robert, get that thing. Ooh, one shot. Nice one. Alright, let's go around the corner and fight some more. Get some more keys. Vash Valentine, good to see you. How are ya? Welcome along. How's everybody keeping? Right, this one can be a bit of a pain for... Right, take that one out. Beep, 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 beep. Pounce. I got in the way of the pounce. One shot, though. Get that one. Target can't be attacked. Get him. Okay, in this little gap here should be big crocagator again. Here it is. Go for him. And I'll just put... Oh, he's knocked him into the ground, is he? He has knocked him into the ground. Come on. Come on, over here. He's out again. Love says, chat, let's smash that like button. But as we always say here, smash it gently. Tail up. 1, 2, 3. You're doing 453 damage now. So you got up another 50 points in damage. Oh, he's level 10. We'll have to check out his perks. It's also 16,000 HP. Heal up. And bled out. Right, what have you got in the way of perks? You got Well Groomed, which gives him another 5 in Vitality. That's 25 points in Vitality he got now. Which is why he's up at almost 17,000 HP. Vash Valentine with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for that donation. Much appreciated. Is there any text to go with it? Nope. Nothing, you don't want anything read out. Cool. Take that. Take that. Give me a key. Come on. Come on. Phew, right at the end he gave me the key. Right, chuck that away, chuck that away. Don't want that. Branches. Bangs. We'll keep the legendary down there, put that up there. Okay. Right, Robert. Right, I'm sure there is another one along here. PG Bain says, I'm quite upset about the no sandworm riding. It was such an important part of the Dune world, and it's just gone. So it's not gone, it just hasn't. It's one of these things where that's a Fremen thing, and the Fremen would have to teach you how to do it. And at this point in the game, there are no Fremen in the game. It's a lot of the Fremen, like the sand walking, isn't in there because there's no one to teach you. But it's got a 10-year lifespan. Joel has been working on a plan for 10 years of this game, so it's not there yet. Let's just hang on. It should give it some time, and we should be okay in the future. Look how much Conan has changed. In fact, I came across an interview with Joel on YouTube, a 2-part interview a couple of days ago, a week ago, and it's talking about his time at the Secret World. I didn't realise he was heavily involved in the Secret World, and it was an interview about the 10-year anniversary of Secret World. And at that point in time, he was saying that he was just moving to his new project, which was Dune. But I love the Secret World. I really thought that was a fantastic MMO. Right, where is it again? Where is it? It's around here somewhere. Is it up that one there? I think it is. Right. You coming? Put your back. Get that thing. Level 11. Joe Rogers says, I rewatched the new 2 films yesterday. I think riding might come as might more PvE VP in the spice fields. Team Alliance based, hopefully anyway. It's still early days, but loving Dune. Exactly, it's still very much early days. And that seems to be the thing. Is it maybe not where the giant croc is? Oh, hello. Oh, I've went right through the passage. So it's maybe... It's around here somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Where is it? Is it up here? I'm sure there's a giant croc around here somewhere. There it is. There it is. Go get it. How do you say it? Is that on a streaming service? Let me think. I don't think it is. I think you can get it from, I don't know, Amazon Prime or something like that, but you have to like buy or rent it. I don't think it's like a free film available on like a Netflix or Amazon Prime. It's part of the standard subscription. Come on, down you go. Down you go. 468 damage. Better Death says, how heavy is the MMO aspect in Dune Awakening in the later game? Are there world bosses or something like that? No, there isn't. So I guess the testing stations, the Imperial testing stations, they will be a lot easier if you go in as a group, but apparently you're able to do them solo. But the MMO aspect is really the PvP at the end game. When you're doing the end game on the deep desert, you can have some of your group riding the Omnithopter that carries the spice harvester in. You have some of your group driving the spice harvester. You'll have other groups flying attack Omnithopters to keep away, for watching for worms and to keep away other PvP players. I believe that's that, but I've got nowhere near closer to that. But there aren't like big bosses and stuff like that, like you've got in dungeon bosses and stuff. Right, give me another key. I think we got one there, did we? Yeah, we've got 3 now. Okay. Right, how are you getting on with your... Right. I think what we could do is we could go and get him some more abyssal flesh by going and doing the good old Dregs dungeon again. Yeah, let's do that. Let me see. Oh, Bourbon86X is here. Good evening, sir. Nice to see ya. New and Jew films are on Max in the US. Not sure if it's the same. So I don't think it's on. So we don't have Max in the UK. I guess that's HBO Max, is it? So you can maybe, if you've got a Sky subscription, you maybe get them on there. I'm not sure. I don't have a Sky subscription. Get that. Thank you. Howdo says, I'm sat here watching you on my PC. Why don't I just Google it? That's a great idea. Joe was watching it on DVD. I do actually fancy buying those films on Blu-ray. I really like making of documentaries and stuff like that. And while watching films on Netflix and whatnot is good, you don't get any of the extras. And I really enjoy watching how films were made and like watching extras. But maybe I should actually invest in some Blu-rays of those films. Hello. Oh, look at that. So this is where the Catan caravan would be during the Headhunter event. And they have left a circle of... Oh, there's another candle over there too. There's a candle there too. Floating candles. But every time it comes and goes, it doesn't clean up after itself properly. Which is a bit of a shame. Confused Bulgarian says, love the Dregs and it's complete with sound again. Yeah. We're supposed to be getting this, what's it called? The Dark Dregs or something like that? But I guess that's going to be part of the updates once the proper updates are coming out. So I don't know whether that means it's going to replace the Dregs or whether it's as well as the Dregs. But there was a whole pile that, it was quite a while ago, people were finding stuff in the dev kit to do with this Dark Dregs or something along that lines. But obviously it hasn't come yet. John Beth, good to see you. Sorry you're not late. We've just been milking it, just waiting for you to arrive. We can actually start the stream now. Confused Barbarian says it's like getting a new record album as a kid. They were full of art and extra. That's another huge thing that when COVID hit, Up until COVID, I basically listened. So obviously, I played guitar and was playing in bands, and I pretty much listened to most of my music either on my computer or in the car. And then when COVID hit and we had to start working from home, that became the time that I decided to get myself a proper vinyl system and start buying records again. And that is it's one of the memories I remember as like as a kid. Albums used to come out on a Monday in the UK, and I would finish school and I would jump on the bus and I would head into town, and I would go to the record shop and buy the album that has just been released. And then you get the bus back home again, and you would sit there analysing the artwork on the album cover. And then you would get home and be able to listen to it again. And in particular, Iron Maiden, because the little Easter eggs and stuff that were on Iron Maiden albums were amazing. And still are. They are amazing. I've purchased... Oh, is that another werewolf guy? Are you a... Werewolf? Get the werewolf. Thank you. It's not a werewolf, it's a were-hyena. Yeah, there is something special about listening on vinyl. Bourbon says, watched him on 4K Blu-ray on a big screen from a 4K projector with friends. Looks incredible. Definitely need to pick those up. Yeah, I mean, it's such a cinematographic. It's a really good film. So yeah, watching it big screen 4K would be brilliant. PG Ben says, I'm currently playing solo, have to pay attention to keep my armour and weapons upgraded, but I've been able to do everything solo so far. Yeah, me too. Me too. He's just murdering everything. Confused Barbarian. PG Ben, I want to try a solo run soon. It has to be a challenge. Beck the Thinkerbot says the Dregs sound goes dead. My game must be bugged. So that was an issue a while ago, but that was patched out quite some time ago. Or Beck, are you on Xbox? It's maybe not been patched on Xbox. Was there not an issue that Xbox didn't get it didn't get certified by Microsoft? Ian still has the original Soundhouse tapes from Iron Maiden. Very first single on vinyl. Wow, that must be worth a bit. Whoop. Hughes Barbarian once had Maiden in Japan on cassette long ago. Andy B says, baddish weather in Manchester. Internet bombed for 20 minutes. Kids and wife moaning at desk support, i.e. me. Must be bad weather then if the internet dropped out. I do like Iron Maiden. I was gutted that I wasn't able to get tickets for their it's their 50th anniversary tour at the moment, and I was not able to get tickets for it. Or that's not true. By the time I got access to get tickets for it, the only tickets that were left were well over £100 each. Can't remember how much it was, but it was way too expensive. Although I am going to see AC/DC in Edinburgh in August, so I'm looking forward to that. Right, Robert, come here. Come here, Robert. A Robo Rant. Still have my Image vinyls, love those even if I've never played them anymore. Okay, so yeah, picture discs. Very nice. Kathy Ann said, Bandy, that's why we have a Tyler. He does all our tech stuff. Ooh. Is that somebody here? Oh, that's just the Jhebbal Sag person, isn't it? Yes, this should be Chaos Corner. This should have a little camp of exiles here and a whole bunch of crocs that are always fighting each other. But ever since the Jhebbal Sag guy comes, when he goes away, everything doesn't respawn back either. Right, let's run around this way. It's 9:05, so we've got time to go through. Doesn't take a huge amount. I've got expensive arrows with me. I'll make some cheap arrows when we get inside the dungeon. And that's the problem with tickets these days. Legalized scalping. Yeah, indeed. So expensive. And this is the other area that's got a Jhebbal Sag guy in it that should be the guaranteed armourer spawn. There should be a fighter wandering about over there and an armourer here, but because of these Jhebbal Sag dudes, when they disappear, the armourer has never come back again. And I keep complaining to Funcom, and they keep saying, oh yeah, we know about it. Teddy Trent, good to see you. How are you? How's things with you? Kathy Ann says, I never collected vinyl. I grew up with shiny vinyl CDs. So I did collect vinyl when I was, well, I guess before CDs existed. My stomach hurts, okay? Read up. And then when CDs came along, I've then got hundreds and I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of CDs. But unfortunately, most of my original vinyl either got destroyed or I gave it away, thinking we'll never need this ever again. And now that I've got a whole vinyl setup again, buying vinyl is horrendously expensive. Hello? Hello, everybody. I've brought a warehyena to meet you. Fatality, 2 fatalities. Eddie's very hot with surviving. Yeah, that seems to be a bit of a... Oh, where did you come from? Of course, we have to remember to not kill everybody. We have to sacrifice somebody. Go. Hello.
Come, Shadow.
Hello. Come, Shadow. Then you go. Right, who's at the bottom of the stairs? It's a cannibal brute. Whoop. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, right, let's drag these people in. Come with me. Come on, over a bit further. There you go. That'll do. Right, as you do. Open it up. I must have worn out 3 copies of Live After Death in my teen years and Metallica Kill 'Em All 2. I did have the It was a version of Kill 'Em All that you played at 45 RPM instead of 33, and it was a double album. So apparently it's better sound quality because the grooves are further apart and whatnot. I did have that, but yeah, it was one of the ones I gave away when I got rid of my vinyl for my CDs. Right, let's take on this guy. Bleed him down. The Raging Albino Komodo. Oh, is he? Oh no, there he goes. And he's down. Right, let's take that, that, and then chop him up for a key. There we go. There's a key. How are you doing for food? You've got 4 left. That's not a lot. So let's cleaver. Let's get some feral flesh just to keep him going. And get rid of the teeth. Okay. Down you go. I do love this dungeon. It's such a good dungeon. And after doing this dungeon with all the puzzles and everything, I always assumed that the Witch Queen was the next one after that. Whereas if you actually follow the story of the staff, you want to actually go up to the Barrow King up here. That is actually the next part of the story. But it was so disappointing doing the Witch Queen dungeon after doing this one. Because it takes far longer to get there than it does to complete. Right, a couple of branches. So picked up some stone and some branches, and we can craft 10 arrows, which we don't have a... Where's my bow gone? Up here. Let's put the cheap arrows on the bow. This way. Let's see, where are we? Got to bail. May your drops be good. Thank you, Joe. Thanks for popping along. Good to see you. Hopefully see you again. Audu says, confused Bulgarian. I remember I must have been about 6 when I got into metal. My mum and dad divorced and my dad rented a room from a couple. He had a huge table full of tapes from AC/DC to ZZ Top. Nice one. Game Labs, put a spin on army phrases instead of coming with me. You'll... I do... that puts a spin on army's phrase instead of come with me. I'd be want to live instead. It come with me if you don't want to live. Okay. I see where you're going with that. Said if you want to make some mixtapes, go ahead. Oh, mixtapes. Good old mixtapes. For all those drunken students, I apologise, mainly on the main campus in the Newton building. Bulwark says, I still have some cassettes at my parents' home. One is Iron Maiden Brave New World. You got Iron Maiden Brave New World on cassette. Wow. One of the first albums bought with your own money. Ooh. I still consider that to be a modern album, but I guess that was a long time ago that actually came out now. That's the first album after the reform when Bruce and Adrian came back into the band. I went to see that tour in Glasgow. I've seen Iron Maiden probably more than any other band. Come on, out you come. here. Get these skelly bobs. Just don't get staggered. Down they go. Oh, now you turn up. Camper Cloud says, okay, just double check that in the wiki. Thanks, the staff does send you to the barrow. Of course it does. Wait, what? The storyline would send you north, not to the Witch Queen. Yeah, exactly. From where I'm from, they're called records. Yes, they are. Open, open. Trent says he's a big Metallica fan. Hughes Barbarian, Brave New World. Peter Day, good to see you, Peter. How are you? Yeah, so Max, I was confused because I'd always went to the Witch Queen as the second, but it was I can't remember one of the Beginner's Guide series where I actually followed the staff. I would put the staff down and speak to it after I did each dungeon. So I went to the Tower of the Bats, activated, spoke to it, which it then sends you to the cartographer to learn the what's it called? Is it the cartographer? The guy it's in the map maker, map broom thing. He then tells you the whole story about the items that you need, and then he has to send you to each one. And then the story from the staff changes after each dungeon that you complete. And yeah, it confused me that the second dungeon you're meant to do to follow the story is the Barrow King. Right, up we go again. Kathy Ann have only been to 2 concerts. What 2 concerts have you been to, Kathy Ann? Are you willing to announce that? How do you say Bulwark? I had a Roger Waters tribute to Muddy Waters. I have that CD. Oh no, Roger Waters tribute to Muddy Waters. No, I've got what's his name? The guy who sang with Free and then ended up singing with Queen. Whatever his name is, I've got his tribute to Roger Waters. Paul Rogers, is it? Paul Rogers tribute to Muddy Waters. Or is that what you meant, Auru? Bourbon says, hope to catch Maiden again next time they come stateside. Saw them for the first time 6 years ago. Hell of a show. They do put on a fantastic show. I was lucky enough to catch them on the Life After Death tour. Well, it was the World Slavery tour that then got recorded to be the Live After Death album. Oh, just missed it. Have to wait for the water to go back up. And then I've seen him a few times since then. The Archivist, that's his name. Thank you, 6 badges. Come on, up you come, up you come, up you come. Get this button too. Gillian says, when I was 15 I saw Take That when they were fresh, and then Status Quo. Well, that's quite a difference. Take That and Status Quo. Come on, quick, quick, quick. Made it. Right, can we get... There he is, he's here. Right. Let's get you out of your pit of yuckiness. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Right, now get that guy. the Devourer. Hoping to see Shinedown next time they're in Manchester. Oh, Shinedown are a good band. It was Paul Rogers at Unite Audio. Cool. Yeah, I do have that album too. Oh, that went down super quick. Wow. Oh, there's the... I've got that one, isn't it? Reliable Butcher. Take that, take that, take that. Don't want any of the rest of the stuff. It will hack you up. And get another skeleton key. So we've got 5 now. Right. Oh, it says the thing in Romania, I live in the north and all the bands come to Bucharest or Cluj and they're on the opposite side of the country. I kind of get you, Bulwark, because very few bands come up north in Scotland as well. We have to travel to, if we're lucky, we have to travel to Glasgow or Edinburgh. But quite often I have to go to Manchester or Birmingham or somewhere. Or Dublin. It's actually cheaper for me to go to Dublin because I can get a cheap flight to Dublin and go and see a concert in Dublin than going to see elsewhere. But just so many of the bands, the tickets are just ridiculous. Water and Steel, good evening, good to see you. From my older, poorer time, I remember seeing the Grateful Dead a couple of times, so wow. Borba says, what daggers are you using? Missed the start of the scream. So we've just swapped to Heart's Blood daggers. I think I can't remember the daggers we were using, but they were getting a bit worn. So I went into my box and I've got 2 Heart's Blood daggers that everybody tells me, I've heard many times, are the best daggers in the game. Never actually tried them. Tried them today and they are the best daggers in the game because they do double bleed. Two stacks of 20 bleed with their bleed damage and the gouging damage, and if you're doing them against undead where they don't bleed, they'll still gouge them so you can bleed undead. Absolutely fantastic. Confused Barbarians says the first big concert was Judas Priest in 1986, the Turbo Tour. Wow, excellent. Anthony 34 went to a Kendrick Lamar concert before he was famous. It was just in a club. Nice one. Status Quo was a great band. Lives is Peter Day. Yeah, unfortunately we've lost him again. Which daggers again, DLM? It's Heart's Blood. Heart's Blood. There we go. Right, carry on. Wayward Son. Hello, skeleton. How are you? Hello to you too. What? You're level 12 now. Was it level 7 when we started? Almost 17,000. Got no food left, so let's give him feral flesh. Leveling the wrong thing, but it's better than nothing. Yep, doing well. It's doing well. Audio says, went to see Offspring in 2021-ish at the Men, the Manchester Arena. Cost only £28, including the coach there. Wow, change days. Change days. Let's get some of these. Here he comes. Yeah, concerts used to be a way of promoting albums. It's more like albums are a way of promoting concerts now, because they're making so much more money from concert tickets. Get him. Catherine says, I don't do crowds, so Rob stood behind me and had his arms over my shoulders. Rick strutted over and saw us. He smiled and went and got Francis, and they came over to the crowd, open up in front. Nice one. Nice one. Good to hear. Take him down. There we go. All leveled up again, level 13. Doing well. First person shooter says best concert was REM. Craziest was Dead Kennedys. Not a huge fan of REM. I like a lot of their earlier stuff, but I can imagine the Dead Kennedys being pretty crazy. Right, let's hit that target over there. Adu says he fell asleep on the bass player from Incubus in Nottingham Rock City. Make it, we made it. We made it. Let's see. How did I say? Confused by, have you ever seen The Hue, a band from Mongolia? I haven't ever seen them, but I'm very familiar with them. Their throat singing metal stuff. And they did a song for Star Wars Jedi. Was it Fallen Jedi? The first of the Jedi games. Where are you going? Oh, you're going after the horse. Now you're going after... Okay. Jedi Fallen Order, that's the name of the game. They did a song for that. Catherine answers, I can safely say the wall of speakers left us deaf for 2 days. I can guarantee that I've got pretty bad lack of hearing, and a mixture of that is from all the loud music, that from both being in bands and standing right next to cymbals and stuff like that, and also being right up in front of speaker stacks and gigs. And then we'll add the wind noise from motorbikes on top of that as well to help reduce my hearing even more. Bulwark says, I'm a big fan of Wardruna, and they've come to the city about 300 kilometres from where I live. The problem is it's a festival and the tickets are a lot due to the fact that the tickets for 3 days. Yeah, that's rubbish. Can't say I've heard of them. I want to see. Well, hopefully they'll do a tour, their own tour. Confused Barbarians says, I saw them a couple of years ago in Virginia. First time hearing them and still loved the show. Game House says, I get to share some entertainment with friends on stream on a Friday and get my favourite entertainment on a Saturday and a Sunday. Currency of campfire clowns and anger. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right, here's the beast. Let's see what everybody's got to say. This is where I have to admit I have a soft spot for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. There's nothing wrong with that. That's an entertaining film. I have heard the stage show is really good. I should perhaps go and see the stage show the next time it comes to local. Spirit of Death, I'd love to see Sabaton live sometime. Sometime they play here, a concert was cancelled. Oh dear. Audu says he's really into a lot of the new old folky music. Confused Barbarian, Spirit of Death, I got to see Sabbath on the 13th. So yeah, Sabbath, not Sabaton. Sabaton are a different band. Sabbath on the 13th album tour. It was a bucket list concert. Of course, their end of tour, end of whatever concerts coming up in Birmingham very shortly. Wardruna is like an old Norse folk. Oh, I see, I get you. He was talking about the stage show, yeah. Yeah, yes, Sabaton, yes, exactly. How do you says I saw that in Nottingham in '97. Ish, Jason Donovan playing Frankenfurter. Okay. Right. Go and get that guy. Hello? There we go. Oh wow, straight under. Are you coming to help fight? Stack up the bleeds. Stack up the double bleeds. Come on, dude. Are you coming in to help fight? Come on. Where are you? Oh, you're stuck. Go there. Now go here. There he goes. He was just stuck on the corner. No, fight him, fight him. I think you've got to keep doing damage to him in order for him to come out. Andy B says, I want to go and see Rammstein. I have seen Rammstein on multiple occasions. Definitely one of the best live bands ever. Glasgow once, Manchester twice, and Birmingham was the last one. Kathy answers, my bestie always goes to any showing of Rocky Horror. She adores it. She's seen the stage show so many times. Nice one. Tell you what's a really good stage show is, oh, I don't need to learn any of this. War of the Worlds. I have Khan. Aja's Bane. Nice. And Splinter. Okay. Very much bow related. Right, but more importantly, we need to chop this dude up. Yeah, I went to see the Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. The live show of that is amazing. Right, so we've got a bunch of abyssal flesh now. Ooh, abyssal remnant head. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's got anything to do with the dark Dreg thing. This souvenir commemorates a battle where an exile triumphed. Interesting. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. Right, I don't need another staff. Don't need more demon blood. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Yeah, we'll keep a hold of that. Right, let's go. Maybe we'll get a statue soon. Yeah, maybe. Anybody else seen that before? Confused Barbarian says statue. Come on. Robert, come here. Need to mount that? Yeah, well, if there is an option to mount it. That's not something I've seen before. Let's have a quick look. Decoration. So nothing in there. 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 Nope. This would be the category it would most likely be in. There's the dragon heads, bat demon, skeletal serpent head, shaleback king, rock nose head. Yeah. Interesting. I guess you can make a wall hanger with a trophy knowledge. But there doesn't seem to be one in the game yet. Confused Barbarian has one and was as confused as I am. Well, if the confused barbarian is confused. Ooh, Peter Day says, some random letters is my favourite top female artist, full of talent. Okay. I can't say I've ever heard of that person. Sabaton cover Motorheads in 1960 was the nuts. Hughes is going to check that out because he loves Motorhead. It sucks, Cathy Ann, yeah, but it must be there for a reason. Maybe we've just stumbled across the future. Let's go into the Unnamed City and see if we can get... What level are you now? 13. See if we can get you up to at least level 15. Throw the head in the artisan table, see if you can make a wall mount. Yeah, okay, we'll give it a try. I suspect that you need a recipe to do it. Eivor had a concert with Wardruna and a Philharmonic. I see. That was quite a popular thing for a while, wasn't it? There's rock bands with Philharmonic orchestras. And Metallica have done two albums of that now, S&M 1 and S&M 2. Right, let's head down here. We'll chuck it in the table when we get home. Oh. And Hobo, just wanted to show you that, if you're still there. We're still rocking the same buffs from the start of the stream. Because I think it's a 2 hour that they last. You don't have to reapply them for multiple fights. I don't need any more dragon horns. Let's go and speak to the big one. Bulwark has forgotten that he has the S&M 1 cassettes too. I don't think I have any cassettes anymore. I don't have. Been a long time since I've had a cassette player, so I don't think I own any cassettes anymore. Used to have them for the car, but it's been a long time since I've had it. We've had MP3 players in the car for so long now that I don't have that anymore. Give the hyena the abyssal meat. Good thinking. Thank you very much, Lord Carnival. Now we don't need this junk anymore. We can give him... But we'll give him all because it'll last longer on him. Thank you. Well done. Watersteel says, not sure, but I think Moody Blues started the orchestra collabs. Oh, quite possibly. Quite possibly. Alright. Oh, forgot about you. I can't remember. Do we have the final breath on this playthrough? I have a feeling we don't. I don't remember getting the final breath on this playthrough, but no ammo. Let's use some proper arrows then. Oh, then bring it out. Game Labs is going for the torch. How do you say? Nearly gave my 60-year-old friend a heart attack with Battery from that album. No melodic build-up and bosh, right in the nuts. Yeah. Has anybody seen Metallica's live video? Let me be very careful how I say this. Cunning Stunts. I think it was from like the Loaded tour, around about that time, or Reloaded maybe. Watch out, he's a way to go. Has anybody seen that live? Because that was such a good live concert. If you didn't know what was away to happen, it was amazing. Watch out, watch out. Oh, we didn't get far enough away. Buff up. What do we do again? He's loving. Look at the where are you now? 91%. Oh, 90% now. Whereas the Red Mother is down to 50%. Oh, oh. There he goes. He's breaking my stacks of poison and... Ooh. Speaking of breaking, there we go. Get the stamina back up. $17, $18, $19. Oh, don't come after me. Get your fire elsewhere. Watch out, horse. I'm stuck on Robert. Almost down. And... oh, he's doing a spin. Oh, you got one spin done out of the 3 and then died. And we get... oh, the horned helmet. Oh. Ooh. Take the fragment of power, take the hardened leather. Don't want any of the other stuff. And don't want anything from him. How are you? Doing okay. Only at 9. Right, let's go. Let's go speak to somebody else who got any level ups. Nope, still 13. Cunning stunts was awesome, especially when everything went bracket wrong. Considering James' bad accident with pyros, yes, indeed. Yeah, that. If you haven't, I'm not going to spoil anything. If you haven't seen it, I very much, obviously, if you like Metallica, I would seek out that cunning stunts and be also very careful of how you say that, and watch that live video. It is amazing. I don't know. It might be on YouTube or stuff these days. Game House is he'll go and have a word with her this week. The Angelo, he's taking all the torches again. I think when we did the Sipta stream, the first, was it not the first time we took on the Red Mother on Sipta stream? We got the, or maybe it was on my beginner's guide, was it? We got the torch off of her on the first attempt. The Exile lands, different matter. Well, I badly need to drink. Cunning Stunts was crazy, saw them do this in Maryland, what a show. Oh, you got to see it live! Wow, that would have been even better. Hopefully it wasn't spoiled for you. I spoke a few weeks ago that I went to see Peter Kay live, the comedian Peter Kay live, and there was a big thing about not Cunning Stunts 1997 is it, as long as that full concert is first in line on YouTube. Nice one. Yeah, there was a big thing about no photos for that tour so that it didn't spoil people in the future. And we actually saw, like, somebody that was like in the row in front of us was taking photos or videos on their phone, and the security came and pulled them out and deleted them off her phone. Because if something interesting is going to happen in a show, it doesn't work if somebody spoils it for you. So I'm fully with the fact that they keep it all a secret. Still 13. How much more have you got to go to get to... I'd like to have got you to 15. Oh, we've got 60,000 to do to get to the next level. Barbarian says, I had no idea what was going on, so I won't spoil it. Excellent. That must... I mean, it was amazing to watch it on video or DVD or whatever I saw it on. If you were actually at the concert when that happened, that would have been amazing. I'm very jealous. Bonk. Hello? Okay. Yeah, that guy. His damage now. Skeletons is hard. 273 against skeletons with our super high armor. Come on, knock them out. Okay, we're getting 9,000 from each of these skeletons, so not bad. How do I... Have I done a Moira? I think you're okay. I think you're okay. Right, more skeletons. Follower leveled up. Almost 18,000 HP now. 1,008 armor. What was my curry on Friday? On Friday I had, I think, what did I have? I had a chicken madras again. Whatever the chef is at the place that I get my curries from now, it's been a new chef for the last month or so, and oh my god, it's so good. So I quite often will just go with that. Right, Guardian of the Flame. Oh, let's use my new daggers on you to see how they work. Let's get some stamina back. There we go. We'll get a stack of bleed on undead with the gouging ability. 17, 20. I still haven't drunk yet. Let's get some water down us. Keep that stack of bleed rolling. So he's only doing 144 damage against him because he's undead. 200, there we go. Can't remember how much Brownie does against him, but we'll need to get him up to level 20 to do a proper comparison. And get him some good perks. First person shooter, drink man! Thank you, thank you. I have drunk now. Very nice, you can always tell when it's someone new and you get it right. Yeah, so the place I get was really good anyway. But yeah, like a month or so ago they must have got a new chef because everything was different. What's that? Exquisite silk leggings. Light armor with extra armor, armor 52. No thank you. We'll take the fragment. Take a layer of silk, don't want any of the rest. How are you? He's doing well. Right. How much more have we got to go? Oh my god, we've got to get a lot. We've got to get to 208,000 XP and he's only at 48,000. Oh, we're not going to make that then. We're not going to make that today. Okay, right, let me get home and let's just see if we can actually craft anything with that head. I don't think we can because I'm guessing we're going to need a recipe for it. Alright, let's go. Oh, we're saying his English is starting to rust. We didn't come in here, did we? So these guys are still alive. Still got a war paint on from last week. Good to see you sneaking up from behind. Bonk. Okay. What a lovely sunset. Robert, come here. Ian saying, just noticed that the Confused Barbarian said they've seen heavy metal scare old people. I'm old and lost count of the amount of times I saw Motorhead and Iron Maiden. Wasn't scary at all. Yeah, but you probably wasn't old when you saw them. Right. How do you say, Bulwark, your English is better than my Romanian and probably my English too. Right. Park you up here. Park you up here. But take everything off you. Oh no, now we're over encumbered. Okay, I'll change my mind. Hold on to that. Right, let's just go and have a check. There is the artisan bench. Let's put the head in there and see. There's a lot of stuff in here, eh? Oh, there's a fight going on outside. Nope, I'm not seeing... Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. No, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. It doesn't expire. I wonder if that is just sneaked in there by mistake. Right, I think that'll probably do it for today. It's 6 minutes to 10, but we're pretty much done. We had a good run out with our were hyena. What's your... He's now at 10,765 HP without following me. And then up to almost 18,000 XP when he is following me and gets the buff. Quite amazing. Right, so I think we're going to call it a night here. Thank you everybody. Game Lab saying... great stream as always. I really enjoy the June content. See you next time. Have a great week and hope to see you on Friday. So yeah, Game Lab starts off the weekend with his 7 o'clock UK time on a Friday streams. Hobo will then take over on a Saturday. I think it's Saturday at 7 PM UK, and then when he finishes, Max from the Campfire Clowns takes over after that, and then of course I'll round off your weekend on a Sunday night, so you've got some Conan all weekend to take you through. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. thanks everybody for in the chat, all the new people. Great to see everybody. Hope we'll see you again. Thank you very much to Vash for the donation. Very much appreciated. As we always say, go and give a video, smash that like button, but do it gently. But yeah, thanks very much all. Have a great, what's left of your weekend. Have a great week going forward, and hopefully see you next weekend. Cheers folks. Bye bye.